What's poppin', everybody? And today we're gonna go over Demigod by Eternal Frontlines Nutrition. Is it good? Is it worth it? Let's find, guys, and I am excited to review this product. Now, I've been actually following this development for a couple months. Like, I've been going on the Eternal Frontlines Instagram page, and I've just been like, when I first saw the label itself, the freaking tub, made me want to buy it. Now, this does come in two different flavors. I think this is the golden apple flavor, and the other one's I think a ruby grapefruit or something. I don't even know. I think it's something grapefruit. But I have to say this freaking flavor they got right here, if you put apple juice concentrate, like in those jugs you used to get from when you were a kid, and you put this in front of me, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It tastes just like apple juice, like from the freaking plastic bottle that you leave unrefrigerated. That's what it tasted like. I was talking to Jim Dad, and he said the ruby one, grapefruit one, I think said tasted not very good. So, yeah, definitely pick up the golden apple one for Steve. Help Steve out, guys. He needs his golden apple so he can freaking run, guys. But, no, yeah, enough about the flavor. So, I ran this thing about 3 times in the past 2 weeks, and I have to say, each and every single time, I have been impressed with this pre-workout. And I just, this actually kind of came out of nowhere. Nobody was really talking about it. And the guy's page was actually really small on Instagram. That's how I figured out. So do us a favor. Go follow Eternal Frontlines below. And, of course, I'll put where you guys can pick this up and get a code if you guys want to decide. But now that we got this freaking thing, let me get into what this thing looks like and the breakdown of the video. And alright, guys, so today we got frickin' Demigod, and look at this. This frickin' label reminds me of Dark Souls, literally from, the people that guards Gwen's temple or whatever his name is. Then you got the angel thing in the background. Maybe there's some psychedelic. Then you got the galaxy and stuff. And yeah, no, frickin' nice label he did here by that. But yeah, let's get in the review. Go over this label. Now, this is going to be a longer type of label because I did talk to the owner, and he went into extreme details. So this is potassium citrate. This is a faster acting thing of potassium because it's a citrate version, so it's going to help put some other extra salt in your muscles, get all the hydration and ingredients. And then they give you pink Himalayan salt at 200 milligrams. That's another really nice high quality salt ingredient that's also going to help you hydrate the muscles and put water in it. And they give you vitamin B12 at 500 micrograms. So yeah, guys, nice dose of vitamin B12. Give you a little bit of energy, a little bit of that focused in. And then he puts specifically citrulline malate at 5,000 milligrams. That's really nice to get you some pumps in there. And then he gives you a nice heavy dose of coconut water at 1,500 milligrams. Now, what that coconut water is going to do, it's going to put hydration into the muscle as well, but it also is going to boost cell and ATP. So that's going to really help out with energy levels so you just don't crash right away. And then they put that arugula extract at 750 milligrams. Now, with that arugula extract, it's going to also help mitochondria function. It's going to help cells with ATP. It's going to help get that water into the cells because the cells need energy to thrive. And then we get caffeine anhydrous at 300 milligrams. So this is not a stim bomb, which I am glad, and because you let the other ingredients shine. But you can always boost it up if you want to get the 400. And the star of this show is the freaking AMP citrate, that DMBA that is getting harder and harder to find, guys. It's a very quick-acting DMHA version of DMHA. It's not DMHA, but there's also DMHA in here. So let's get into this later. And then they give you celery seed extract at 200. Now, from what the owner told me about celery seed extract, he put that in because it's also a dilator, but it also is a diuretic. So it can also make you a little bit dehydrated, but it also it makes you look, the pump's more vascular than what it is. And I have to say, that was really cool what they did with the celery seed extract, because you just don't see that in any pre-workouts. So this is definitely different. And then they give you some grains of paradise. Now, grains of paradise is also going to give you some thermogenic factors and also some fat burning capability. But then they give you, one of the other things is another interesting ingredient is the COQ10. Now that is at 100 milligrams, and that is a freaking muscle and mitochondria function. This is like a mitochondria thing on steroids, guys. This is really going to boost up mitochondria. It's going to boost your ATP functions. It's really just going to make your, like, all the cells. He really did scientific breakdown on this thing. He chose every single ingredient. And this is the next thing. Arrhyrogenesis citrate at only 100 milligrams. Now, I am so glad that he only put this thing at 100 milligrams because I feel like once you start putting like Araya above the age of 250, 300 milligrams, it really starts to overpower everything else. So I am so glad he put that at 100 milligrams. And then he put that freaking Yum Yums, guys, the DMHA, at only 75 milligrams. And he did a wonderful job on that because, like I said, the DMHA, if you really wanted to, guys, you could actually add another DMHA capsule to get if you wanted to extend the DMHA, but I don't see it in this product. You really don't need to. And then they give you that haliostastin, guys, at 50 milligrams. That is a fat burner. It also is going to give you some thermogenics effects as well. So that's the haliostastin right there. And then they give you isomethylcinephrine at 50 milligrams. So he said isomethylcinephrine is like the best cinephrine on the market. So it's different from other cinephrin. So from what he told me, it sounded like this cinephrine is anywhere between 3 to 4 times more powerful than just regular cinephrine. So even though it's only at 50 milligrams, it could have anywhere between 150 to 300 of regular cinephrine, which is just amazing. So it's very high quality on that. Then they give you that new pep, that good feeling, brain feeling at the 30 milligrams, guys. Makes you feel good, gets that mood lifter in there, makes you feel wonderful. And yeah, it's just a freaking new pep. We all know new pep is. And then the final star of the show is the alpha yohimbine at 2.5 milligrams. That's for some aggressive outlook. That's for some gorilla-facing looks guys are going to give in the gym. And then people are going to look at you and be like, what's this guy on? Why does he look like a gorilla? But like, anyways, but yeah, this is the freaking label we got, guys. And now that we're the label, let's get into my experience of what I liked about this product. Now that we went over to the breakdown, what did I think about this? Now, well, first of all, I ran this today, and it was freaking cold out, guys. Like, you may say, why are you wearing a big-ass jacket? Well, first of all, it's going to be negative degrees outside. I know for Jim Dad, and that's really nothing for him because he lives in Indiana right next to, whatever, Chicago, whatever bullshit. I don't even know. Whatever. But let's get into the downright dirty, the review of this pre-workout. So I'm just going to let you know, guys, this thing takes anywhere from about 45 to 50 minutes to fully kick in. And before I even get into the review, I have to say that this is like a baby barbarian. Now, what you may say, what barbarian? What type of barbarian are you talking about? Yes, I'm talking about this barbarian. The one where you guys are like, the formula from Dark Labs, the new one's terrible. It doesn't even work. But like, you know what? I have to agree. I mean, that's a whole different other animal. They shouldn't even name the barbarian, guys, because it even has the amp citrate. I'm talking about the old one, but it kind of reminds me of the OG Barbarian Baby Edition with a little bit hit elements of legit pre. Now, the version 1. I'm holding version 2 because the one's in my freezer and I don't want to take it out because I'm lazy. But like, anyways, but besides that point, let me just get into the freaking review because you guys all want to hear it. But yeah, this I would say is a baby barbarian. So I took the drink anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes before I even get to the gym because I know this thing is a builder. It takes forever to build, and it was just a funny story. So I actually took this 3 times the past 2 weeks. The one was 5 grams, and it was just like, it was a daily. It was all right. But like, I took this thing at a heaper, 14 grams. Now, yeah, I wanted to get it up to 400 milligrams of caffeine just to see how it compare to other stuff. So yeah, we took the freaking drink, and around the 40-minute mark line, you start to feel the caffeine, start to feel that a little bit of that awry. You get a little bit of good mood lifting. You're really wanting to start to talk to everybody and just get all nice and dancy. You're trying to, the dancing, euphoria. And okay, so, but the amp citrate and a little bit of that DMHA. Like I said, there's not too much DMHA in here, but it's not really pronounced in my opinion because the amp citrate is really, really nice energy type of feel, guys. You get that amp citrate around the 50-minute mark line. So then the Alpha Yo, now the Alpha Yo on this, the aggressiveness really, really starts to get dialed in and aggressive around the hour and 10-minute mark line. So I know a lot of people don't like this too much Alpha Yo, but like I feel like it's not overpowering where you notice the Alpha Yo, but it's definitely more of the amp citrate this thing was leaning towards. And all these other ingredients like the grains of paradise, the freaking celery extract, CO2, Q10, I'm butchering that, but like all these things were made by a scientist. I like to call Ernest the guy that made this formula. He's a scientist, and actually, he just did like such a break job. But you may notice that, like when I was doing the breakdown, that it's longer than usual because he just explained it so well, and each ingredient synergizes to it. So now that we got frickin' that out of the way, you just want to see, Gino, how was it? Was it good? Was it bad? Well, okay, so I'm just gonna say this. This is definitely going into my weekly rotation, like maybe bi-weekly rotation, because I did take this today. And I noticed that amp citrate does build up a very quick tolerance, guys. Very, very quick. So I took this on Tuesday, and now it's Friday. And I noticed that it hit about same grammage and everything, 20% less than it is. So it wasn't bad, but you could tell it was a noticeable difference because, like I said, amp citrate, it really takes up tolerance, guys. So would I recommend this? Just take this once a week. Once a week. Not because it's like overpowering or overstimulating or anything, but just because you're going to build up a tolerance real quick, guys. Let's just say you do want to do this thing to the next level, guys. Let's say you want to really get to the OG barbarian type of level. You don't want the baby barbarian. Let's just say you want something that is very similar to barbarian, right? Well, this is your thing here. So what I recommend is take anywhere between 2 to 3 capsules of this Euphoria right here. And in my opinion, it's almost exactly similar to this Barbarian. Except not this caffeine level. Like my heart rate did get up there. Or you can even use whatever DMHA capsules you got on hand. You can use Project M's. Really, whatever you got on hand. You can even mix like a pre-workout. I was actually going to do 8 grams of that Demi with the legit OG at 4 grams. And I think you would get very similar to the OG Barbarian. But enough of the OG Barbarian and all that stuff. So how did it feel? Like, guys, this funny story. So I was in my local gym and I probably saw the 4th hottest girl I've ever seen in my whole life. And I'm just like, I'm there and I'm just looking at her. She had makeup on. I'm like thinking, why are you wearing makeup in gym? But it doesn't matter because she was just so bad looking and so Indian and hot that I was just like, I was on the chest, and I think the pre just really started kicking in. I was doing like reps like you would not believe, like on this pre. This is definitely a repper and power outfit. Like it really like powers through. That's another reason it reminded me of legit is you power through. Like the weight's not gonna weigh any lighter like legit or anything like that, but like you feel like you could go forever. And that's what I really loved about this product. It was just like a power through type of pre. And it's just like your whole day, you're going to have a really good day on this stuff. Mood lifter, and it's all right. Like nothing, but you definitely notice because there's only 100 milligrams of Araya in here, guys. And that new pep comes in. I forgot about the engine, about the new pep. Now, a lot of times, I don't really like new pep because it did make me feel brain foggy afterwards. But with this pre, I didn't get any brain fog with that new pep. So I think what he did, all the ingredients synergized, or he got really nice, high quality new pep in the thing. So yeah, that's what I got out of it. And the crash, I mean, you'll notice a little bit like, you might be feeling a little bit tired around 6-7 hours after you ingest the drink. But like nothing that's like terrible, like some irate or like the real stim shitter or something like that. No, it kind of like you notice it, but then it like goes away and you just go on with your day. So nothing to worry about with the crash on this thing. But yeah, noticing you will definitely talk. Like I was talking and talking and talking and talking. And my mom was like, Gino, you gotta be quiet, you're talking too much. I'm like, okay, Mom. So yeah, definitely notice your talker, aggressiveness, we're gonna give this a nice thing. So I will list what I thought about the demigod right here, guys. So there you go. If you want to look at the list and just like, yeah, overall, freaking fantastic pre. I'm debating on getting a second tub because it is that good, and the owner is really chill. But as of right now, I just got like another bottle of Old G Legit, so I don't know if I'm gonna get one. But like, yeah, definitely worth the pickup without a doubt, guys. If you can pick this up, definitely pick it up. Because I have a feeling once me and Jim Dad give the review, I don't know if Alex Hammerstone's doing a review on it, so I don't know. But like, I feel like this is going to sell out really quick once the reviews come out, guys. So pick it up while you can. Pick it up while you can, guys. Yeah, I can only tell you that. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth $50 or $45 with a coupon code, without a doubt. You guys are going to love this thing. Like I said, Baby Barbarian in a tub, guys. Baby Barbarian. That's all I can say about this thing. It's a Baby Barbarian. It's funny. The owner never had Barbarian, Legit, Crack Purple. He never had any, so he's gonna get a nice care pack. All right, guys. So that is Demigod. If you want to pick this up, go to eternalfrontlines.com. Put the link below. Use my code and support the channel. And anyways, guys, I am out. I hope you have a wonderful high stim Saturday or whatever, and please stay warm, guys. It's frostbite weather out there.